Welcome to radicalwellnesstv.com. This is Laura Lee, and I'm here with Hua. She is a clan mother of a community that participates in ceremonies for healing. Hua, can you explain that to us?
Sure. The organization, our nonprofit, is Circles of Empowerment, and we are a ceremonial group or community, and we heal through ceremony. We heal through coming together and being with each other in a good way, in a good sacred way, being sacred humans together. And so that's basically our mission statement inside of our nonprofit, is to hold sacred space, ceremonial space for the people to come in, make their prayers, do their process inside of a safe environment. Ceremonies like Sweat Lodge. We lead the monthly Woman's Full Moon ceremony, pipe ceremony. These ceremonies that really bring us together in circles, in sacred circle. Come together and be our most sacred selves together.
So why is that so important?
I think that the times call for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to isolate ourselves. We need to come together now. Come together in circles and support each other up. We don't need 10 lawnmowers for 10 of us. In a practical sense, we can use that one piece of equipment and to help each other out. We can network when we come to circle. Network together. Oh, you do that. Yeah, I do this. Well, let's do something there. And just take it out of the old paradigms that's fallen apart anyway. Hey, we get to play and make a new paradigm.
Right, exactly.
Let's just get active in that.
So start doing it. And part of that is healing, the healing aspect. So you do a feather
Yeah, I'm a feather doctor. I do an ancient form of healing. And that is, and I did traditional healings like massage therapy and energy systems and like that. And I really got that in the old ways when we lived in circle, even if someone lied, we knew it. We were transparent to each other, right? And we knew it, and we knew there was something terribly wrong. And you would take it to the local doctor, medicine person, to say, hey, this individual has this issue, whether it be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual issue, and that there was an illness. And we would look in other bodies, in your other bodies, in your etheric bodies, like your mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, to see what that is. And that's basically what I trained up for, is to pull things like dark arrows when someone calls your name in a dark manner. That's an arrow that gets shot at you. You go around through life, you pretty much look like a porcupine. And so my job is to clear those up, to unload those out of your auric field, which they get entrapped with. Some people like to plug in cords. Then you have your ancestral lines, where you have cordage from your ancestral lines, and down those cords come addiction issues, mental issues, so on and so forth, emotional issues. So I like to sever those or clear those off, right? Bindings. Mothers love to bind their children to them, so I release those. Or partners, or husbands, or ex-wives, or partners, there's bindings that I cut and I release. And then on a deeper level, when I'm asked to do a soul retrieval, which is a process where you just feel like some piece of you is missing. Like maybe you had a traumatic childhood. And a lot of us in our childhood leave because it's not safe. And so in soul retrieval, I can go back and retrieve those little bits that went away. Also, there's contracts that are made that follow familiar lines, the same family, you know. If you feel like you're having a lot of bad luck and you don't know why it is, I'm doing everything right, but I still have bad luck. It could be there's a contract that was made by your ancestry. And so soul retrieval allows me to journey to other dimensions to explore and investigate. Pretty much I have a hunt to clear that out. That may be way out there, but this is an old ancient method of shamanic practice.
And the cords you're talking about, those are like invisible cords to somewhere that people aren't even aware.
You know, and sometimes those cords show up like cancer or illness or heart problems or liver problems or...
So what does it look like when you come into a healing session with you?
Well, we make an appointment. You give me a holler. We make an appointment. I give you instruction on coming. You know, I require you passing me tobacco because in the passing of tobacco, it gives me permission to go into those. I won't travel. I mean, some people freelance it and they go, oh, I see you have this person hanging out around you in your auric field and you're doing like that. They don't have permission to check you out, right? You know, it's a soapbox issue, but you need permission to go into those areas, you know. If I don't have permission, I don't feel integrous to explore those areas. So it's a passing of tobacco or a passing of permission.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what does that look like after that? Do you speak with the person or do you work with
Yeah, we have a little
smoke,
conversation before we go into the ceremony.
Okay.
The healing ceremony.
Okay. And the ceremonies are what do they look like? They just do you speak? Do you dance? Do you sing? Do you
No, I don't dance and sing. Sometimes I sing.
Yeah.
You know, I get into spirit language and
Oh wow.
whatever happens there. But it pretty much, I hold you before, I stand you before the altar, and I start doctoring you with different wings, different feathers, and the herbs, the smokes, the sacred herbs, and spirit, and like that. You know, I pretty much will describe the ceremony to the individual that I'm going to be working on, just so they have some conscious knowledge of this step, and that sort of thing. Makes them feel a little bit better at home, but you know, basically we bring you in and you get to know who I am and I get to know who you are.
Beautiful.
So that we feel comfortable. And so I think that it allows the person to really open up and reveal what's going on as I go through the layers of who they are and go through the cleansing process of a cleansing ceremony.
So sounds like a really safe place to be, and something where people it's very foreign to them, but what kind of results do they get?
Oh yeah, it's good work. You know, it's good work for me. I love helping that way. You know, it's amazing to me what it reveals. And we have a little visit with soul groups and their personal guides, and we have I can be that conduit that they can converse to their people. You know, very excited, very enthusiastic. Sometimes I gotta shut them down, you know, but very excited to connect consciously with their person.
Yes.
And we describe them and all like that. And it's just good. It's really good. It's, you know, it can be from a subtle healing to a profound healing. You know, definitely people feel different when they leave.
Okay.
Lighter. Movements happen in their lives. You know, when you exist in a way that has you pulled down with negativity, arrows, you know, cordage, all this going on, and when that is removed, it allows you to become more vibrant and more robust in your vibrations. And when that happens, those that are around you that aren't meeting that can exist. So it kind of cleanses your life.
So things start moving around and changing up, and do people come back?
And same with ceremony.
So it's just so wonderfully organic. I love it because
Of course it is.
and people who resonate come back. Do they come back again? And they just sort of, because it's layers of.
It's layers and layers, and yeah. I always recommend an annual cleansing.
Right.
There's a few people that come back. Time for me to get clean from the last year, around this time of year, they want to get refreshed and clear out, because it's not always a conscious thing that you feel like you've gotten hit. Although people have come in when they're going through difficult times, I need a cleansing. And absolutely they come back time and time again to get the work done.
Very fortunate.
And it's unfortunately, there's not a lot of me.
Yes.
Because really, it is a missing part of the holistic model of healing.
We'd have to talk about maybe figuring out how we can change that up to spread this out a lot more than to expand, because this is expanding work.
Yeah,
and
it is.
So it will probably expand in who knows how. But you are definitely
our job is to heal society and keep us in balance. And anybody that comes my way, we want to make sure we take care of that.
So, how do we get a hold of you? What's your website?
Well, my website is huaanwa.com, HUAANWA.com. And then my organization, you can go to its website, and that is circles, plural, circlesofempowerment.org.
Okay.
And if you go there and sign up in the newsletter thing, then you will receive our quarterly newsletter where we'll announce our ceremonies. They're open ceremonies. You're welcome to come into our ceremonies. For the Sweat Lodge, it'd be ideal that you get sponsored in to our Sweat Lodge. Or give me a holler. Just call me.
Okay, wonderful.
What is your phone number?
805-481-0892.
Great. Thanks a lot, Hua.
You're welcome.
Love life, and life will love you back.
Oh.
Bye-bye for now.